right. Here we go.
Recording in progress.
All right. Look like we got started. Look like we started. Greetings, 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 family, friends, and the world. This is Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everyone doing on this very beautiful night of March 8th, 2026? This is March 8th, 2026. And this is the night after Sunday. It was supposed to be called Sunday, or that what they call it, Sunday. But this is the night after the first day of the week, which is the night after Sunday, March 8th, 2026. And this is introduction. Nope. I keep trying to go there. This is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. This is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. This is open conversation night for anybody that's here or that could be here or that can make it so we can have a conversation about whatever's that's going on in the world today, what's happening. Mainly, I like to speak about prophecy, stuff that's going on according to prophecy, history, and things like that. But we're gonna start off with a prayer. But the actual, since no one is here, I actually have a topic called facts and feelings. Right? Facts and feelings. This is a good time to talk about facts and feelings, especially in the time of Mercury retrograde, which is where we at. We are at right now. Excuse me. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna start off with a prayer. We're gonna start off with a prayer, and after we start off with the prayer, we're gonna pray to the Creator for what we have at this time and all He has blessed us with and everything. And then we're gonna start off with whatever the conversation draws us to tonight, according to facts and feelings at this point in time. So other than that, blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of the 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us so we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, and your way. We ask you to keep your armor of protection around us, keep your ruachs upon us and within us, which is the spirit, that we may grow in your way and understand your way, and that we may help others in your way as well. We ask you to allow us to retain the knowledge and the information that come upon us, that we may know, to do, to live, and to share the information that you give to us, with us, and for us. We ask you to forgive us, our ancestors, and our forefathers for the sins and the things that we have done against you, your word, and your knowledge, and we have turned away against you, as well as we have transgressed against you, you've also transgressed against us. We ask you to forgive us of the transgression we've done against you. We also ask you to lift the spirit of deep sleep from us, that we may grow into the horizon of your great light and your law. We also ask you, Father, to help us in the sicknesses that we are, all of us, that us and our people are going through in this day and time. Lift the sickness from us. Let us be healed from those things. Let us grow in your word, your way. Let us live a glorious, bountiful life under your name. We ask you to help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. In all these things we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Praise you, Almighty. Thank you, Father. Baby, sound like I hear you coming. Thought I heard you coming. What's going on, family, friends, and the world? I'm glad everybody cut the light. Oh, it is on. It don't even look like it's on. Cut the other light on for me. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of, there you go. It looks a lot better. I got to get a plug in for these ends. Yeah, so hopefully everybody having a great and beautiful night so far. So I just wanted to have a conversation about facts and feelings. You know, facts and feelings. Man, I got a something just hit me. It's this young lady on Facebook had like a small conversation with today, right? Mm. Uh, Small conversation with a sister on Facebook. Got my other which column is free at the moment. Let me do it like this. Since I'm sitting right here in front of y'all, go ahead and pull this up real quick. This is kind of convenient. Oh, okay, right in front of y'all. And this right here, this computer is excuse me, is out of pocket. But it was a sister that had some information on Facebook, right? She was sharing some things on Facebook, and she did one post. This guy, ooh, let me go ahead so I got some time on me. Facts and feelings, y'all. Facts and feelings. Oh, we got something to talk about tonight. Oh man. I'm able to open up some stuff to probably get to what I want to share. Now let me do this real quick first. And once I do this, maybe I can really get to the point of what I want to share with you. And also, people they speak on things they don't know, nor do they don't understand, and then they get in their feelings about things. But then when you come and show the facts, they have a problem with it. People have a problem when you come and bring facts to information they don't know about, or they think they know and have a misconception or misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have misunderstanding out of many of things that's going on today, and they don't even know, or they don't even realize it. And then, like I said, when you bring it to their attention, they want to get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? They want to get mad at you because they're wrong in the information that they think they have. Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna have to go a little lower than where I'm at on this. So let me do this just to get into where what I'm trying to get to. Okay. Hmm. So now I don't know if I'm gonna come right up on it, but I think I saved it, and I think I saved it, and by me thinking I saved it, um, okay. One moment, I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. I used to being in Facebook as much on this computer. I'm used to being in on the phone. Here we go. There we go. Now let's do it like. There's something keep jumping up on here that I'm not. Hmm. Got me showing live. All right, let me go ahead and try to get this baby together the best I can. There we go. So now let me get to this point. Now, as I was sharing, this young lady was on earlier, and she was sharing some information, and there's a few things she shared, and I kind of okay, that's one. A couple of others. Hold on one moment. I want to make sure y'all hear what's being said. I might show it to y'all as well. There you go, right here. Okay, now this is somebody was saying something. No, let's get back to the beginning. First, let me pause it. Get to the beginning. We're gonna start a nice little conversation on something tonight, and this is what I want to share with you. I'm going to make sure this mug is, I think it's cut up. Here we go. Okay, check this out. Listen to what this is, y'all. Check this, check and listen to this out. This sister, I ain't gonna say no name. This sister played this, and she really believed it. So I want y'all to hear this real quick. Listen. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on now. I don't have any sound yet. Make sure my sound is up.
God told the very first lie in history. God
Listen
said,
there.
if you eat from this tree, you'll die. He was the first liar ever. And then they ate from the tree, which they didn't know was wrong, because they couldn't have known it was wrong, because they hadn't eaten from the tree yet. And then all of a sudden they knew what right and wrong was, and in order to punish them, God made painful for women and said that women have to be subservient to men. What the is that? God told the very first lie in history. God said, if you eat from this tree, you'll die. That was a lie. He was the first liar ever. They couldn't have known it was wrong.
Now, let me see if I can make this a little bit louder for y'all.
And said that women have to be subservient to men. What the is that? God told the very first lie in history. God said, if you eat from this tree, you'll die. That was a lie. He was the first liar ever. And then they ate from the tree, which they didn't know was wrong, because they couldn't have known that was wrong, because they hadn't eaten from the tree yet. And then all of a sudden they knew what right and wrong was. And in order to punish them, God made birth painful for women and said that women have to be subservient to men. What the is that? God told the very first lie in history. God said, if you eat from this tree, you'll die. That was a lie. He was the first liar ever.
Listen at that. That's the serpent right there. I was kind of going over that yesterday when I was talking about when I was in First Kings chapter 10. I was kind of going over this yesterday. We got into a conversation after that chapter as well. But listen to what that dude just said. He said the creator was the first liar. The creator that created all things, created man, created all things, and then gonna say the creator, that's the serpent. Can't you see? That's the serpent. That's the same, he is the same spirit that came to the woman in the garden. That's the same spirit. You know why? Because even though that their eyes was open to knowledge of good and evil, in the beginning they were innocent. This is what people don't know. See, in the beginning, and this is what I mean by facts and feelings. We won't get to, this is what this conversation is about now. I'm glad that this is opening it up for the conversation. Facts and feelings. Now, you know what this young lady told me? Let me tell you the little conversation we had. Let's go into the conversation we had. Oh, that's on my page. Oh man, gotta see what her page is to share about the little conversation we had. Went to like a nice little conversation. She had something to say. I had a little something to share. Dang it, I don't have it on me. I know if I go through it in my phone, I go right to it. But I don't have it here. Let me see if I can go into here. But the whole thing is, the woman that posted it, what should I say, that reposted, because the person here that actually posted wasn't the person that was talking to me. I reposted the one she did, but let me share with you what I said though. Just let you know what I said. I said, look who's talking. The same serpent that tricked the woman in the first place. The same serpent. The same serpent, which is the spirit. The same serpent that tricked the woman in the first place. Number one. Now I asked the question. That's number one. Did they die? Or live, or did they die? That's the question. Or live forever according to the tree of life. Because the woman that posted, she said that they died. She said no. She said that the creator lied. Right? Then I put number two. is the punishment still lasting for the disobedience of the Creator's laws today? Is the punishment still lasting? Does anybody realize that we're still under the punishment until we turn back into the laws of the Creator? And it wasn't about just the laws of, well, it is about just the laws in the garden, but it's about the laws of the Creator in general. When the Creator speaks something, He expects for you to do it. And we're still under those laws today. And if you're not doing them, you're still under the punishment. Now, to the situation what that dude was saying, that serpent. He's trying to put out there to get the people no different than the feminists and the people with the enmity today, as I shared last night, or yesterday, rather. People with the spirit of enmity on them will go against the word of the Creator. Why? Because they believe what the serpent said. They have the spirit of enmity. Why? Because they don't know no better. They don't understand. They don't have understanding. That's the key. Now, as he said the Creator lied. Creator never lied. He said, in the day that you eat from the tree of good and evil, in that day you shall surely die. A day to the Creator is 1,000 years. A day to the Creator is 1,000 years. Did Adam and Eve live 1,000 years? They lived a long time according to the time back then. But did they live 1,000 years? It even said Methuselah almost lived a day with the Creator. He lived 900 some years. So this is what I mean by people, feelings and fact. The fact is a day to the Creator is 1,000 years, which Adam didn't make it, or none of his children has made it. The only one that we know, the only one that I do know is Enoch being one, and maybe Elijah. I can't say yeah and nay to Elijah, but Enoch is the only one that we know that left and didn't see death, right? Enoch. So we know he left, according to the scriptures, that is, he didn't see death. We don't know how many people who never saw death that we know of. All we do is going by what we read. Thousands of people are on this earth. We don't know how other people are living. All thing that you going by is the report of what's written so far for what you know. That's all everybody know. You don't know everything that's going on with every individual across the earth and what has happened. But one thing most people want to do is compare everybody to Jesus. Why? Because that's what the person written about. That was a story written about a person that was hijacked. The story was hijacked, and it was written about somebody that came and did the work for the Creator, and they would say they made that person a martyr and put Jesus in and put Jesus there. But we get back to this point of view right here: facts and fiction. The fact is that Adam didn't live a day to the Creator, which is 1,000 years. That's the reason why he told him he told the angel or the sword to block the tree of life, so he couldn't take the tree of life and live forever. That's why he said, in the day you eat from that tree of good and knowledge, you're gonna die. But you can't tell ignorant people that. They don't listen. They don't listen to learn to understand. When they hear something, they run with what they believe and not find the facts out. And there was another post. That's just one. I wish I could remember. I wish I could go in and repeat I might can find it. Let me go into my notifications. There you go. Okay. I might can find it, y'all. Just thought about it. I forgot about my notifications and okay, I think I might have found it. Hold on, let's see if this is the one. All right, there we go. I ain't gonna say the name, but I'll say this. They said, Mikael Harris, did the serpent trick her? Wait a minute, hold on. Make sure I'm at the okay, that's down a little low. I'll make sure I get the first one. Okay. Yep. I said, look who's talking. The same serpent that tricked the woman in the first place. That's what I said. The same serpent that tricked the woman in the first place. Let me come back a little bit. Right. There we go. The same serpent that tricked the woman in the first place. Number one, did they die or live forever according to the tree of life? No, they died. They didn't live forever. They died, right? They got kicked out of the garden, out of the place where the garden was at, where they was keeping the garden, out of paradise, you might as well say. And then I said, is the punishment still lasting for the disobedience of Yah's word, which is his laws, right? Then, oh, come on now. There we go. Okay. Then then she said, Mikael Harris, did the serpent trick her? The serpent told her the truth. If say it was God that she even said it was God that lied. Let's go to show you where their mind is at. It was God that lied. You have to read outside of the book. Here a little, there a little, in order to come to the truth. Read. Read the book how it is and not what you rationalize in your head. Look at that. In truth, the serpent is knowledge. The serpent is knowledge. They invited. They inverted everything through the Holy Bible. You have to look for the truth because it was never given to you. All right, you have to look for the truth, but it's never given to you. But yet, still, the serpent can give you the truth, though, right? Then I said to the person, as I said, did they live forever or did they eventually die? Right? The same serpent is giving you the same manipulation that caused the families to be broken today, which has happened, which is what? The system. The system is actually the serpent, whether y'all know that or not. Look in the mirror and understand who was the manipulator in the whole concept. Meaning, look at yourself. Look at this. Look at your skin color, and look at the manipulator, same one that's giving you the story. They're the ones who's taking over all over the earth. They're taking over all of the earth, and everything they do, they take, and they take. And who is in control? The one who gave her the story. The Caucasians. I'm not saying every Caucasian, those that's in power and those who have the manipulating spirit, those who have the enmity of the creator. That's what I'm talking about. I don't put all Caucasians in the same category because a lot of them love the creator. A lot of them following his word, like a lot of us following his word, and a lot of us are against his word, like this woman right here. She's no different than the rest of she's just like them. She's against the creator, and she's just like them. Let's keep it moving. I said, look in the mirror and understand who was the manipulator in the whole concept. How are you living today? That's my question. How are you living today? How are you living today? Are you living like they living? Mainly. And how are you living today? In paradise or in servitude to the same man telling you that God lied to you? Are you living in servitude to the same man telling you that God lied to you? Look at the facts all around you, make it make sense. That's what I said. Did she say anything else after that? I can't see if she did or didn't, but I thought she did, but I guess she didn't. So, but the whole point is our people are lost. They're dead in the head. And there was another post that I think the same person had wrote, and I ended up, it wasn't that the fact it was her, but I just seen the post, and I decided to make a comment on it. There you go, right there. That post said this. Thou should not kill. Here you go, that post right here. Thou should not kill. Who was he talking to? The Hebrews? So you do understand while they're killing you, you can't kill them. Mind control. And you know what I said? Let me go on back to that one. In the notification. Now I made a comment to that one too before I run to it. Let me give you my comment on that. I said the correct. Hold on, let me see this real quick. I said the correct commandment is thou shalt not murder. In Hebrew, to kill equals you're not to kill means you're not to take life without cause. You're not supposed to take a life without a cause. To kill is for a cause, like sacrifice a life. To eat, like flesh, like fish, birds, and certain animals. To murder is what it was actually saying. To murder is to kill without a cause, is to take life for no reason, which is no cause. These are the facts. And then I said this. Okay. The Caucasians place kill there because they have the means to manipulate the masses. To place information without research is ignorant and is ignorance in learning. We should study to show ourselves approved in the information we give or know. We should study the stuff we know before we just put it out there with our own thought pattern. And a lot of people, they already against the creator. I mean, it shows she right here. People are against the creator anyway. They give you life. People are against the creator. They don't like the creator. I don't know what reason. But people are just against them, and they've been taught against the Almighty that gives you life. Then when someone comes along and give you understanding to some of the things that were said, they will look at you like you crazy. But yet still the same person will be going through their spiritual way. They actually told them how I first got on it. I seen that they made a post about a spiritual awakening. Well, your spiritual awakening is this. And I kind of made a little comment, and I let them know it's a little bit more than that, what they said, because that little more than I experienced it. That's why I know what a spiritual awakening is. And I'm not saying all of them are the same, but a spiritual awakening is when your spirit is going to come in contact. The Creator is dealing with you, and you're going to start to see things differently compared to what the world has given you. And it's not a one-day thing. You got to grow out of the ignorance you was put into when you was born and placed in this earth. You got to come out of that. It's a whole lot that you're going to learn compared to what you was taught. You're going to have to go through relearning. And that's where we at now. That's why we have this information with sovereign class of knowledge. You're learning a lot more than what you have been taught. You've been taught to be a slave. And that's fact. See, and a lot of people are in their feelings today. You know, then she had nerve to come back with something. At one point, the sister came back, well, I don't go back and forth with this and that, and I don't do this and that, and I'm free thinking. I'm a free thinker and all this and that. And I said, well, sis, I told her, I said, well, sis, about the going back and forth, I don't go back and forth neither. I just correct people in the ignorance of the things that they think they know compared to what they should know. All you got to do is go research. Go look it up. If I give you something, I'm going to tell you go look it up and check it out. Now, if I don't know it, I don't know it. And I tell you I don't know because I don't know everything. I'm not a know-it-all, but what I do know. And I'll break it down for you and give it to you. So I let her know that I'm not. I just correct people in their ignorance, and it's up to them to accept it or reject it, because we all are ignorant in something. But in that point of view, and then she said she don't want to go back and forth. I said I'm not trying to go back and forth with you. You're seeing certain things that you are incorrect with. Now, if she was right about certain things, I would be like, yeah, I'd be like, right on, you got it, and just add to what I know with what they have. But when you're totally ignorant, you're teaching the mass because everybody is looking at this stuff. Everything that's on social media, you're gonna be judged for what you're doing, whether y'all know that or not. What you put out there, you're gonna be judged by it because this is your these are your testimonies, and what you put out there, you're gonna be accredited for. Good or bad, you're gonna be accredited for. Because everything we do, we get judged by. Whether y'all understand that or not. So if I see something that's not correct, I don't like saying wrong, if it's not correct, because a lot of times we can be saying something and some information in there could be correct. And some of the information could be not. But the point is that if you're saying something and it's not correct, it's our job to straighten that information. It's your job. It's your duty. You see somebody going astray, it's your duty to straighten them out, or not straighten them out and make them do something, but tell them what they need to know. It's your job. But it's up to them to listen. If they don't listen, hey, I did my job. I told you. You know what I'm saying? So we're living in the day that people are just out here. They're out here, they live in their own life, which is good. That's their life. Yeah. I'm not trying to stop nobody from living their own life. You know what I'm saying? You live in your own life, you do what you got to do. But my job is to try to help our people wake up in the things that they don't know or they do not understand. And I'm not saying I know everything or understand everything, but what I do know and understand, I take accountability for, and I try to share the information with what I do come to know. No different. I just try to share this with this woman. Like I just shared about this dude. This dude gonna say up and talking about the creator lied. He was the first liar. This dude has some nerve. I'd be surprised if you don't die with a bad sickness. Unless he changed his mind and straightened up the stuff that he done said. Unless he changed his mind I'm telling you, people don't know the creator. If you don't repent, you don't know what's going to happen to you. A lot of people don't know. And it's in their ignorance. The Father give you a chance to straighten yourself out. I will tell you that. Everybody have a chance to straighten themselves out. But it'll get to the point where there is no more mercy. And that happens. If the Creator decides to say no mercy, ain't nothing nobody can say or do. There is no mercy for you. So I always try to tell people, while you got time, straighten yourself out. When the Father's calling, I remember I was young, I used to hear people say, the Father called me, but I'd be running. The Father trying to call me, but I can't believe. I was young, I was like, man, I can't even understand somebody would actually say that and put it out there. The Father trying to get them and trying to call them and stuff, but they just running from the Father. Do you know your time to get cut off? Now, that's a difference if you're ignorant and you're not knowing that you're on. But if you blatantly know the Creator's trying to call you and talk to you and you ignoring them, do y'all understand the consequences behind that? People just don't understand. So, in this day and time, we got people are in their feelings about things that they do not even understand. They ain't even trying to find out information. You'll understand. Listen, the fact that I'm talking about feelings and factual things, if you go look up Mercury retrograde right now, there's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff right now. Some people are even speaking up on Mercury retrograde. Whether you understand what Mercury retrograde is or not, all you got to do is pick it up and read it and research it. Look at what it means, because this is natural. It happens throughout 3 to 4 times a year. It's natural. It's no voodoo or no illogical thing that's there's something that happens every year, but you don't realize it because you in it and don't understand it. It's like the weather. It's like a certain time in the year when you got spring, summer, winter, and fall. It's something that happened in the atmosphere that you need to be aware of. And if you don't do your research to find out the things behind these things, you do not know. The Father has set everything in his time and in his purpose. And it's up to us to be aware of these certain things. If you understand what I'm saying. Nothing to worship. Nothing to worship at all. We're supposed to know when the beginning of the year is, which is spring. Supposed to be coming up on the 18th, as far as I know, by the new moon. Not the 18th, the 19th, I believe. I actually believe it's the 18th because it's it could be the 19th. I got to just check it for myself. But whatever is the new moon is actually the dark moon or full darkness. That's the actual new moon. A lot of people say it's when the slither of light. That's not the new moon because you have to start at the beginning, meaning it's full. Just like you got a full moon, or you don't call a full moon, facts, feelings and facts now. You don't call a full moon full with a slither of darkness in it. It's not full. It's not full. A full moon is fully bright. Bright in the sky, no darkness in it. It's bright and it's fully full brightness in the night. That's a full bright moon. But they say when a new moon comes, oh, you gotta look for that slither of darkness. What is it? It's all darkness, a slither of light. It's a slither of light in it. That's not new. And that's common sense. I understand. I know that's common sense. That's not new. That is not a new moon. That's like a quarter moon or a 3/4 moon or a third of it, whatever you want to call it. It's not a new moon is when it's completely black. It's the opposite of full. New is the opposite of full. New is when it's fully empty, as they call it. Full moon when it's full of light. Facts and fiction, not fiction, facts and feeling. People in their feeling tell me, oh, the new moon will be this. People just don't understand. And that's just common sense to me. Common sense. The opposite from full is empty. The opposite. Common sense. Boy. Then you got people in your feelings about things that's going on today. I happened to ask a brother last night. Y'all don't really believe, and I ain't gonna say believe, because it's not about belief. Y'all don't really even know that we're in the day of Armageddon. We're in the day of Armageddon right now. Armageddon is a spiritual battle. Armageddon is a spiritual battle, but in a lot of people's feelings, oh no, we ain't in the spirit. I asked a brother this yesterday. I ain't say no names. I ended up calling the brother. We talked for a while. One of my index brothers. We had a conversation yesterday, and I was trying to find something that he may know about it, but he didn't know. Then, as in our conversation, I said, "Bro, we in Armageddon right now." No, we're not. I said, "Why not?" Because the battle got to go on over here in the United States. It's got to be on the battleground and this and that. And they're gonna be fighting and this. I said, they're gonna be fighting. You talking about physical, right? Yeah, they're gonna be over here fighting and over there and around in Israel. Talking about Israel and all this and battle over here. I said, how is anybody gonna know in the physical battle who is who? Well, I forgot exactly what he said. I'm not gonna put words in his mouth. Then I said, let me ask you, do you know what Armageddon, the battle of Armageddon is? He said, yeah. I said, what is it? He said, it's a spiritual battle. I said, you 100% right, bruh. 100% right. The battle of Armageddon is a spiritual battle. Okay, I said, so if they're over here battling physically, how they gonna know who's spiritual? Who's gonna know who is spiritual and who's not according to the battle that's going on over here? And he went on to say a few other things. But I like to ask questions to make you think. I know the Battle of Armageddon is going on right now. This is the Third World War going on right now. And it's a spiritual war. That battle and stuff that's going on over there, that's just to start cleaning up. This is to clean up the earth. Y'all really got to understand what's going on and the way it's happening. See, everything is being changed right now before everybody's facing eyes, and they can't even see it. Prophecy is happening. Prophecy is going on, and people is not even aware because they don't know the word. They don't know the scripture. They don't know the word of Yah. And that's what the problem is today. They don't know the word of Yah. They read the word. I can't even say they study, because if they study, they will understand things a whole lot different. The Spirit will show them what they need to know. It all depends on what they study now. It's different. You can take the Bible and make it look like anything you want it to look like. You can make stories up. You can make all kind of plans to make sermons, preach with, all kinds of stuff you can do. You can take stories out of the Bible and do all kinds of stuff with it. But are you using it for what it's supposed to be used for? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know. They don't understand. The Spirit can't even lead and guide them because they don't know. A lot of them don't know what they're looking for. A lot of them don't even understand the basis and what the Bible really represents. Besides prophecy and history. Some don't even recognize that. They just look at it as a book. It's just a book to them. And people just don't know. And it's sad. A lot of people talk about the Creator, but they don't know him. They do not know him. No different than this young lady talking about thou shalt not kill. The word in Hebrew is not thou shalt not kill, it's actually thou shalt not murder. In the English, they got it in thou shalt not kill. But that's not the word. That's why you do more research than what you already have. And they look at what's in their face. But people be in their feelings, but you're going to be, you know what? A lot of people going to pass from here in their feelings. They're going to pass from here in their feelings. And when they pass from here, your feelings are going to have nothing to do with what you should have learned, you should have come to know. Because when you go to school, you ain't going there to worry about no feelings about no teacher. You're going there to learn what you need to know. Sad thing is that people are so much in their feelings, they like the men are like girls, you know? The men are like women. And the women are they hormones, they all over the place. They're everywhere. Some of them solid, some of them, boy, you say something to a woman, oh boy, these women you can barely do this. You assaulted me. I just trying to get your attention. You assaulted me. Man, it's sad, boy. But you know what I like about the men? I'm not talking about boys. Not talking about the guys out here that's looking for women just to be, and y'all put yourself in that position. Y'all women. Y'all know that these players out here, them are who you looking for, but then when they play you, you play yourself. That's something I might as well say it. Y'all play yourself. Y'all become the tricks. Trying to trick somebody and became the trick. Because when a good man comes, y'all don't want the good man. They should think good is evil. They should think evil is good. That's the world we live in today. But the crooked roads are being made straight. Everything is turning the way it needs to be turned. But you can't tell half these people some of the things that they need to know because they think they know it all. They be in their feelings. Another point in fact and feeling. If I give you the fact of something, let me give you some quick fact real quick. I'm gonna break something down to you, and I want y'all to see the facts and the feelings, okay? I'm about to get it to you right now because I mean, I'm just talking off the top. I'm gonna give you something factual that y'all may not know. Y'all may know, but y'all might not want to accept it. Let me give it to you real quick. Since we're about 40-something minutes in, let me go ahead and give you one real quick. I ain't did this in a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit it real quick. Y'all in y'all feelings about Jesus, right? In Matthew 1:16, it states, Matthew 1:16, it states, and Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. Right? Let's go over here to 22nd, 23rd verse. 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Okay, she's supposed to call his name Jesus from what they say. Let's get over here and get back into the knowledge. 22. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of, might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, what prophet? Didn't give no name of the prophet, but just told you by the prophet saying, behold, a virgin shall be with child and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. Now, the only one that you see that the prophet that it spoke to at that time was Isaiah in 7:14, right? I'm gonna give you a quick knowledgeable breakdown on this. Isaiah 7:14. I tried to share this yesterday, but I'm at the point right now. I'm just gonna break it down to you where we at. Isaiah 7:14 says, we'll go with 13 first. And he said, hear ye now, O house of David. Is it a small thing for you to weary men, but will ye weary my God also? Will you weary the Creator also? 14. Therefore, Yah himself, God himself the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son and shall call his name Emmanuel. Both said the same thing, right? Now, when it said that over here in Matthew 1:22 and 23, what time was it? Was it in time of Babylon, the Medes and the Persians, the Greek, or the Roman Empire? What time was it in when this was spoken? Since Mary was supposed to have a son and he's supposed to save his people from his sin, named Jesus. No, name Emmanuel, but called him Jesus, right? But back over here, let's look at some clarity for a moment. This is where you can start to see where the cut and paste come in at. But if you're in your feelings, you're going to still believe it's Jesus. If you're in your feelings, you want to feel good. If y'all going to church to feel good instead of learning some information. Now let me give you some knowledge and some tactical fact. Over here in the first verse of 7, Isaiah chapter 71 says, and it came to pass in the days, so it's a certain time, in the days of Ahaz, the son of Jotham, it say Jotham, but I like to say Jotham because the J is really a Y. Jotham, the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, right? So these was in the days of the kings at this time. Over here in Matthew 1, I believe the Romans was in charge. It wasn't no kings at that time. Am I right or wrong? Are you in your feelings or am I telling facts? You tell me. So, over here, when it says the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, that reason the king of Syria and Pekah, the son of Remaliah, king of Israel, went up towards Jerusalem to war against it, but could not prevail against it. All right. So this was at a certain time. But now let's go and see when the time these kings was at this time. Let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 26. 2 Chronicles 26. 2 Chronicles chapter 26 states, verse 1. Then all the people of Judah took Uzziah, who was 16 years old, and made him king in the room of his father Amaziah. So now we see who Uzziah was and then what time it was. This was in the days of the kings of Israel. Israel and Judah, should I say. Now, let's go to 27. It's 2 Chronicles 26. Let's go to 2 Chronicles 27 and see what it says. Beginning of that chapter, it states, Lkhyym was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name also was Yerusha, the daughter of Zadok. So, Lkhyym was 20 and 25 years old when he began to reign. He's the son of Uzziah over here in chapter 26. So chapter 27 is Lkhyym. And then over here in chapter 28 of 2 Chronicles, it has Ahaz was 20 years old when he began to reign. And he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, but he did not that which was right in the sight of Yah, like David his father. See that? He didn't do that was right, but he was still the king, Ahaz. Uzziah was the father of Lkhyym. Lkhyym was the father of Ahaz. Now let's get back over here to Isaiah 7 and 1 again and see where we at this time. And it came to pass that in the days of Uzziah, now he's the king at this time. He's the son of Lkhyym, which was his father, and he's the son of Uzziah, which was his grandfather, or his father, which was Ahaz's grandfather, king of Judah. That reason the king of Syria and Pekah, the son of Remaliah, king of Israel, went up to war towards Jerusalem to war against it, but could not prevail. Now, we see in what time that was. Let's see who was the king at this time and who was speaking to who. Now, let's get on down to verse 2. And it was told the house of David, saying, Syria is confederate with Ephraim. It was told to the house of David. So who's the house of David? Ahaz, the kings. And it was told the house of David, saying, Syria is confederate with Ephraim, and his heart was moved, and the heart of his people, as the trees of the wood are moved with the wind. Then said Yah unto Isaiah, see, he was talking to Isaiah at this time, go forth now to meet Ahaz. He's talking about going to meet Ahaz. Told Isaiah to go meet Ahaz. Thou and Shear-Yashub, thy son, at the end of the conduit of the upper pool in the highway of the fuller's field. So when you read on down, you'll see that the Creator, sent Isaiah to go meet with Ahaz. Now, when you read on down, it gives you the understanding of what's going on and what's supposed to happen. Ephraim is trying to side up with the enemy. Ephraim, that's supposed to be kin to the children of Israel. Ephraim is Joseph's son. Ephraim and Manasseh is Joseph's son. But Ephraim is rallying up with the enemy to take over Israel, or Judah, should we say. Now, let's just jump over here to 7 real quick. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read it on down. Verse 3. Then said Yah unto Isaiah, go forth now to meet Ahaz, thou and Shear-Yashub, the son of thy son at the end of the condo of the upper pool in the highway of the fuller's field. And say unto him, take heed and be quiet. Fear not, neither be faint-hearted. You see, neither be faint-hearted. For the two tails of these smoking firebrands, for the fierce anger of reason with Syria and the son of Remaliah, because Syria, Ephraim and the son of Remaliah have taken evil counsel against thee. You see that? Ephraim is in Samaria, but he's supposed to be brothers with Judah and all the rest of the tribes. Have taken evil counsel against thee, saying, Numbers verse 6, let us go up against Judah and vex it, and let us make a breach therein for us, and set a king in the midst of it, even the son of Tubal. 7. Thus saith Yah, it shall not stand, neither shall it come to pass. You see this? That's verse 7. He said it ain't going to stand, it ain't going to come to pass. You see that? Now you're going to understand why Isaiah said Emmanuel was supposed to come. It ain't going to stand, neither shall it come to pass. Verse 8. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is reason. Here go your key right here. And within 65 years, 65 years, and within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people. Just because of what you're trying to do, you're going to be broken. It ain't going to be a people. And the head of Ephraim is Samaria, and the head of Samaria is Remaliah's son. If ye will not believe, surely ye shall not be established. See? The coming Assyrian invasion. Then we read on down. Moreover, Yah spake again to Ahaz, saying, see, he's not talking to Ahaz, he's talking to Ahaz through Isaiah, as we read over here in verse 3. Excuse me. Ask thee a sign of Yah, thy father. Ask it either in the depths or in the height above. But Ahaz said, I will not ask, neither will I tempt Yah. See? But Ahaz, Isaiah saying, ask the Creator for a reason. He asked for a sign, because if you give him a sign, he wanted to know the sign for what the Creator is getting ready to say. He said, ask for a sign, so what I tell you what you about to say, you will see when that sign happens, you'll understand what's going to happen. But he said he don't want them, so he don't even want to know. And he said, hear ye now, O house of David, it is a small thing for ye to weary men, but will ye weary my father also, Yah also? You're wearying him because he's trying to tell you what to do, and you don't want to take the leeway for him to give it to you. But, verse 14, therefore Yah himself shall give you a sign. He's going to give you a sign himself. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. But your key is this, verse 15. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. For behold, for before the child shall know to refuse the evil and choose the good, the land that thou abhorrest, shall be forsaken of both her kings. So he's giving that's the key. The land is going to be forsaken of both her kings. What's both what kings? The king of Israel and the king of Judah. King of Israel and the king of Judah. Both of them going to be gone. And what's going to happen? They're going to go into captivity within 65 years. So a lot of people don't understand the scriptures from what's being said. That's fact. Some people in their feelings about Jesus think Jesus is supposed to come. It's so much. It's so much to share, to know, to grow by the facts of the scriptures compared to the feelings people are in. People are in their romanticism, which is their religion. That's your romance. That's the Roman Empire. Roman Empire. People are stuck there. Hey. Excuse me. But we're going to call it end of part one real quick because I can go on with this stuff. I really wanted to really get into some facts and fiction because I wanted to have some conversation. Ain't nobody coming in. I want to have some conversation. See what y'all want to talk about. Let's get down to some nitty gritty, some knowledge and information, questions and answers, whatever. Y'all may help me out with information I don't know. But if what I can know, I'm going to walk it and talk it with what I do know. But if I don't, teach me something. Let's reason together and build in some information. But don't forget, we in Mercury retrograde. Don't get in your feelings, because that happens in Mercury retrograde. So other than that, we'll be right back with part two. I'm going to pause Zoom real quick, but I will say this. I am that Mikhail in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be, waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Mikhail in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwell, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see, that the Mikhail is really me. I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. We're going to pause Zoom. We'll be right back Zoom, and we'll be right back with feelings, or should I say facts or feelings. We might come back with a part two tomorrow. Maybe we have some more to talk about on that, facts and feelings, and then again we're going to see whatever comes out according to the scriptures. But we'll be right back Zoom. We're going to pause you real quick.
Recording stopped.
And for Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, if you're interested in connecting with us for the introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, we're here on Tuesday mornings at 7:30 a.m. and we're here Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Excuse me. Excuse me. And that's Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. and then after the sun go down on Tuesday at 9 p.m. And that's for people who work early for the late, and the people that's working late for the early. And we help people get freed from the satanic system, and we're building our nation under the Creator. You have to come to know the grow and know the information. So other than that, you can text me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, all of a sudden it's starting to hit me. And also, you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. Now, if you'd like to get on my public platforms, my YouTube and my X formerly known as Twitter. YouTube and X formerly known as Twitter is JuicePro33, which is spelled JuicePro 33. That's JuicePro. Excuse me, 33. And that's my X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as my main YouTube page, which you can like, subscribe, and share. Also, you can connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook is Mikhail Harris, which is spelled MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. Again, that's MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. Excuse me, y'all. And you can also connect with me on Instagram. That's Instagram, which is my Instagram and my TikTok. That is, that's my Instagram and my TikTok under Lkhyym _ the juice, which is spelled LKHYYM _ THEJUICE. That's LKHYYM underscore THEJUICE. Excuse me, man. And my other TikTok and my other YouTube, you can catch me at Michael the Juice Harris, which is spelled MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. Again, that's MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. That's my other TikTok and my other YouTube. You can also catch the full version from my Zoom on patreon.com/LKHYYM and also rumble.com/LKHYYM. Excuse me. Again, that's patreon.com and or rumble.com, both of them /LKHYYM. Now, last but not least, my public platforms, or should I say my Zoom platform, if you'd like to connect with me. We're on, tonight is what we call Sunday night, the night after Sunday, shall we say, the night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're here at Fight Fire with Truth, and which is Open Conversation. That's on the night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Then we're here tomorrow night, which is we call Monday, the night after Monday, at excuse me, night after Monday on Mikhail's Knowledge of Truth here on Zoom. That's Mikhail's Knowledge of Truth here on Monday nights, night after Monday, should I say, at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then on Tuesdays, as we were sharing in the beginning, we're here at Introduction to Solving Class of Knowledge. That's private only. There's only Zoom only. No public, just Zoom only. And this is Introduction to Solving Class of Knowledge. And what you would do is send me your name, number, and email, and say you'd like to know more about the solving classes. And what I would do, put your email in my Google Calendar. It's going to come up in your email, and you will accept, and then you will be able to accept that date and all the rest of my dates that I'm doing as well on Zoom. And that's at 7:30 a.m. in the rising on Tuesdays, and then that's 9 o'clock p.m. after the sun go down on Tuesday. All right, and last but not least, we're here on Sundays, on the Sabbath day, which is on the seventh day of the week. We're on the Sabbath day at 12 p.m. noon. Excuse me, I don't know why I do this. We're here at 12 at noon on the Sabbath day. And that's Assembly of the Righteous, which is Sabbath, Assembly of the Righteous, and that's at 12 noon on the public platform. Other than that, thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. This is the end of part 1. We'll be right back with part 2. I thank you, appreciate, love you. See you soon, and we'll be right back. Peace. So first we're going to say bye over here to Instagram. The call came in, Marie Gang 41, Bernard 66. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. Good to see y'all come through. Just say hey. See you soon. Love you. Appreciate, love you, not always. Peace. Excuse me. Over here on Facebook, I thank you for your time, your patience. Lovable Shavon, thank you for coming. Thank y'all for your time, patience, listening, and your seeing. I'll be right back with part 2. Peace. And over here on Facebook Live, thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Love you, appreciate, love you, and always. Peace.